growing up as an entomologist kid and things that I remember related to bugs. And what's your dad do? Oh, he's an entomologist. Well, what's that? Nobody ever knows. So I always got to teach somebody something new. But I just wrote this little poem. It's called My Entomological Childhood. My first insect memory is of Dad at my school show and tell. He held a small container, and when he opened it, out they all fell. Oodles of his trained termites were running around in a pile, but his ballpoint pen worked magic. He made them walk single file. An A+ was a given when I had to do an insect collection. Under cover of night, we went out for the best selection. Our destination, the bright lights in an empty parking lot. Dad had the best equipment, and many were caught. Of course, extra credit was always in order, using a giant rhinoceros beetle from south of the border. Next was my science fair project due by midterm. Why not study vitamin needs of the fall armyworm? Working hard in Dad's lab as I studied my case, I made it to district and brought home first place. The older I grew, I began to realize our family camping trips were very cleverly disguised. As insect collecting trips to places near and far, oh, what fun I had sticking bugs in a jar. But thanks to the speeches and papers Dad wrote, I've traveled the world and rode on a boat. To the Galapagos Islands, Europe, and all but 4 states, the Society for Invertebrate Pathology is really quite great. The holiest site for entomologists the world over wasn't far away. From our home in Auburn, the pilgrimage by station wagon only took half a day. To the boll weevil monument, we would bow down. Do we have to do this again, Dad? It's right in the middle of town. If ever I spy a 6-legged creature creeping around my room, I try to remember to love them as I race for my broom. But there is one thing, Dad, that may make you blue. If they come in my house, they usually end up under my shoe. Dad taught me about Bacillus thuringiensis when I was quite young. It's still my favorite word to say, it just rolls off the tongue. Being under an emergence of 10 caterpillars was quite horrific. I'm scarred for life, Dad, but he thought it was so terrific. He raised 3 children who love him and know he's the best. He taught us about everything so we could withstand any test. We love you the most for making sure we never ever forget how to always look cool while holding a butterfly net.